everyone. Thank you so much for coming out tonight. Like you all, I have always been a person who's been engaged in the community. And the fact that you all turned out to participate in your government and to hear points of view from different sides is an excellent thing for our democracy and for our community. So I really appreciate you all being here tonight. It'd be much easier to be home with the Bluetooth. I also want to thank, the Southwest Civic Association, Southwest Chula Vista Civic Association for putting this on. I am a huge fan of all of the civic associations. A little bit about myself, and then I'll take a minute to tell you what some of my ideas are. My major career in life has been as director of planning at UCSD. UCSD is in La Jolla, the La Jolla University of California, San Diego campus. I worked there for 15 years as director of planning, so I planned the growth of the campus. My background is in architecture and urban planning. I moved to Chula Vista about 21 years ago when I married my husband, Nick. Nick, where are you, sweetie? Nick? This is my husband, Nick Aguilar. Thank you for being here, Nick, with me to support me. And so Nick and I got married 21 years ago. He was at that time on the Sweetwater School Board. I was living in San Diego, and you're required to live in the district if you're on the school board. So if I was going to marry Nick, I was going to have to move to Chula Vista. So I'm thinking, let's see, stay in San Diego, stay single, be married, move to Chula Vista. So we're here in Chula Vista. And almost ever since I've been here, I've been involved in a number of community things. The primary one probably is the establishment of Crossroads 2. Crossroads 2 was established in 2003. And one of the reasons it was established was because there was no civic engagement going on in Chula Vista at that time. I mean, Steve can tell you, I've heard him say the same thing. Nowadays, there's lots and lots of civic engagements. There are 4 or 5 various civic community groups. They're all very vocal, they're all doing their thing. Some of the things they do I agree with, some I don't. But the point is, they're here, and they're going down to City Hall, and they're saying what's on their mind, and they're writing letters, and they're doing emails, and they're getting involved. Crossroads 2, I am proud to say, was the harbinger of that level of civic engagement to Chula Vista. I served as president of Crossroads 2 until I decided to run for city council. So that was about 6 years. And under the rules of Crossroads 2, I couldn't serve as president and also run for city council. Some of the other things I've been engaged with in the community is, do any of you live in Rancho Del Rey or around that area, around Southwestern College? Okay, good. Many years ago, this is when Gail McCandless was mayor, if any of you remember that. The city had this, and Rancho Del Rey was just being developed. The houses were in. But that area where the Costco is now, and the Kmart, and the other businesses in that area were not there yet. It was zoned for office buildings. The city had this idea that, this would be a good place to have automobile dealerships in this valley that's kind of surrounded by residential development. I got a notice that they wanted to change the zoning to allow auto dealerships. I got together with my neighbors. We say this is the wrong place to put auto dealerships completely surrounded by residential residential development. Auto dealerships have lots of flash and lights, and it's kind of a 24-hour operation, and people are test driving cars in your neighborhoods. Can't we find somewhere else to put this auto park? We worked with the city, and in fact, they did. So the auto park in Chula Vista is now on Main Street, which is the right place for it. Because I have a background in architecture, I served 2 terms on the city's design review board. I was sitting there doing my duties as a member of the design review board, and all of a sudden this project was presented to us, which was a shopping center along Otay Lakes Road, right in front of Southwestern College. Same thing, I began asking people about it, talked to my neighbors, they said, oh my God, that's a horrible idea. So that corner, it turned out at East A Street and Otay Lakes Road, is the worst intersection in the city in terms of traffic accidents, at least it was at that time. So a bunch of community people got together, we started attending the Southwestern College board meetings, convinced the board that putting a shopping center on their vacant lot on property that should be used for college stuff was not the right thing to do, and the board decided not to renew their contract with the Los Angeles developer that wanted to build that park. So that's been my involvement in the community. I think that the thing probably that distinguishes me most from the other candidates is my level of involvement. It's my resume. I mean, obviously we all have different resumes and backgrounds, but I think it's fair to say that in terms of grassroots involvement in the Chula Vista community, I have not only talked the talk, I've actually walked the walk. Some of my ideas about what Chula Vista need. We need jobs in Chula Vista, no question about it. And I have a specific idea to bring jobs in clean industry to Chula Vista. My vision is to make Chula Vista the center for healthcare in the South Bay. We have 2 hospitals here already. We have the Veterans Home, so we have a base of medical uses here in Chula Vista. I think if we can market this idea of making Chula Vista the medical care center for all of South Bay, get people to come here for their medical care, and provide great jobs, it will be a good thing. It makes sense demographically because the population is aging. On top of that, President Obama recently signed a bill, like it or not, that covers 35 million more people. So it seems to me it's a natural. So that's my primary idea about the future for Chula Vista. And I'd love to hear what you think if we get an opportunity to do that. How much more time do I have? I'm done? Okay, all right.